I'm shaking my head right now because there's something that absolutely drives me crazy about Christians, about church people, people of faith. Something that drives me absolutely nuts, and something I get almost every single day, whether that be someone that's telling me, someone that's commenting on my ads, or someone that responds to an email, but it's almost every single day. And that thing is that just God does everything for us, right? Like I'll run an ad that's like, hey, I'll help you grow your ministry, or help you attract more members, help you increase your tithe. And people are always, there's always some people that are like, God will do that. Like we're not in control of that. God does that. All you need to do is just put out scriptures online, and that's it. And you don't really have to put in the work and the energy or the effort. God will just increase it. And I'm like, that sounds great, but I don't think that's how it works. I mean, think about anything in the Bible, right? You have David and Goliath. He still had to practice that slingshot. He just didn't go out there for the first day and just randomly, oh, I'm going to just pray and God's going to do it. You know what I mean? Like he had the faith, but he also had to put in the work. You also think about like, what is it, Jeremiah, that got swallowed up by the fish. I believe I'm saying that right. Like God still wanted him to go do the work, and because he didn't go do the work, that's why he got swallowed by the fish, right? You have Joseph, right? Like all these people, they had to put actually in the work. Even, Jesus, like when he was here, he had to put in the work. He had to go get the disciples, and even the disciples, he told them, like, go out and make disciples. He didn't just say, hey, just pray about it, and if God wants that person to come, then they'll come. And I think that's why, as people of faith, or people of Christians or church people, whatever you want to call it, that's why we're so far behind. And it's, to me, it's laziness. It's the fact of just thinking that God is just going to do everything, and we don't actually have to put any work in. And that's just ridiculous. It's just crazy. And that's the number one way to stunt your growth. Instead, what you have to do is you have to pray for wisdom, pray for direction, and you have to keep your mind open to the opportunities that God is presenting us. Sometimes that is what God is doing to work, is he's presenting us with the opportunity that's going to allow for the growth. But he just doesn't make things just happen automatically. That's not how it works, right? And so what I do is I see a lot of people that are just sitting around kind of doing nothing, crossing their fingers, hoping that all of a sudden, God is just going to save all these people. And meanwhile, they're sitting back and not doing anything. And then you have people in the world that have like these products that aren't going to make a positive influence or positive impact, and they're doing all this work, and that's why the world is how it is now. And so my goal, my dream, is to help inspire people of faith, people of the church, to say, look, we got to do our part. We got to learn. We got to practice our skill. We got to, like, there's things that we have to do. We can't just expect everything to happen automatically, because that's not how it works. And it just drives me nuts whenever I see that. It's people that always comment on my ads. We don't have to really do anything. It's God's church. He'll do it if he wants it to be done. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're missing the point. Why would we not spend our time working hard to advance God's kingdom the best that we can? We're not saying it's up to us. Obviously, it's up to God. Obviously, I hate when people come at me with the obvious things. It's like, obviously, it's God. But like, that should be a given. But we should want to do our part as well. So I just want to do this quick little message just to say, man, like, we have to do better with that. Can't be these Christians or these church people or just people in general that think that God is just magically going to do everything we need in life and we don't need to put any work in. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Come on, you're fooling yourself if you think that's the case. You're fooling yourself. And if you believe that's the case, I would like you to take a look at your life. Look at the things that you're doing in your life and look how it's shaped out. Guarantee you, most of the people that I talk to that believe that, nothing really going on in their life. And the people that I talk to that believe that God, yes, he's in control and that God runs the show, but they believe that they have a certain level of responsibility. Those are the people that usually make a huge impact in their life, have a successful life, have a fulfilling life, and are actually making an impact on other people. So I just want to do this video to put that out there. Hopefully inspire somebody to start taking responsibility and to start doing some things to advance God's kingdom instead of just waiting for him to do it all for us. Like, we got to do our job. we should get to heaven and God looks at us and says, job well done. Not, oh, well, you just sat there and just waited. And then you got Moses and Noah and David and all these other people that were great in the Bible that actually put in the work, and you want to sit amongst them. They're going to be like, you can't sit with us. You can't sit with us because you didn't put in the work. So hope this message inspires you guys. There's work that needs to be done. There's things that we have to do. And we got to take responsibility for our actions. So love you guys. And I hope this message reaches you guys. I hope these messages don't come across as me like trying to point fingers at people or call people out or making people feel bad. It's always out of love, but it's what needs to be said. So if you're a pastor and you're watching this and you're like, man, I agree, and I know I want to take some responsibility, but I just don't know how to maybe do that. What I would like to do is set you up with a phone call with me and my team. We're helping a lot of churches just like yours to advance God's kingdom and grow their ministry. So what I will do is I'll leave a link below. All you have to do is click that link, fill out a short application, let us know a little bit more about your church, and you can book a free 90-minute strategy session with us, and we can talk about that with your church. So the call is free. We're just trying to help as many people as possible. So click the link, fill out that application, get on the call with us, and we'd love to help you out. So love you guys. D Greene. Talk to you guys on the next one.